What's up, music fans of the internet? I'm Kevin,
I'm Derek.
and together we are last week's album where we're talking about good music, and we're back again with another album review. Before we get started, though, we'll kick things off like we always do, drinking a beer. Cheers, Derek.
Cheers, Kevin. Cheers, everyone.
Yes, and cheers, everyone at home. Let's get into this album. It's called This Is All Yours by Alt J. You might have heard of them. This is their sophomore album. They're a band who formed at college in Leeds, England, or should I say university. Their debut was 2012's An Awesome Wave, which won praise from both critics and fans. And this, their second album, is their first album without their bass player. Now they're operating as a trio. So there's some background for you. Let's get into what it sounds like. Derek, what do you think?
Kevin, I think This Is All Yours sounds like a tour de force through a variety of indie rock sounds, electronic to folk, and everything in between, and an exploration through some of the many facets of the human condition. After all, this is all yours, you filthy animals.
That might be a record for the longest, sounds like, in our history, Derek. I like it, though. I'm going to say this sounds like icy cold British upstarts adding warm gooeyness to their experimental soundscape. Key tracks. Derek, what are you picking?
Kevin, I got my left hand free, which is my key track.
All right, I'm going to go with Every Other Freckle, and I think they're actually back-to-back, but Every Other Freckle comes first. So we'll kick things off. The intro here on the song are these vocal harmonies, driving drums, bright horns, reverb guitars, and then the meat of it gets into these tribal chants, some sludgy guitar, airy synths, chugging percussion. The outro layers pinging synth and bright keys over all the rest, and it kind of quickly deconstructs. Lyrics are about one thing: sweet, sweet love-making. And that, combined with the music, makes this a pretty sexy folktronica track, which I think is right up the alley for these guys. So, Derek, what did you like about your key track?
Left hand free, Kevin. The one thing that really jumped at me was just this nonchalant, catchy blues guitar riff that really served as the backbone of the entire song. There was also a groovy bass guitar riff. And an upbeat percussion rhythm, which wasn't necessarily all the time just drums. A lot of time there was snare. Oftentimes there was drumstick tapping, cowbell, hand claps. Just everything kind of goes in and out. There are some synths here and there to kind of add to the texture. And at the 135 mark, there's a funky synth solo. So there's a lot going on here musically, which kind of sound like they're having a good time, and that kind of reminded me a lot of Diane Coffey's Eat Your Love with Sriracha. Lyrically, I guess just to, there has been some controversy on the internet on this one as to the band's potential motivations for making a catchy song here, although they say they haven't. But they just kind of had some fun here with the lyrics, which are sometimes nonsensical, but oftentimes a lot of playful boasts, if you will. One that really stuck out to me, ain't shady, baby, I'm hot like the prodigal son. Pick a petal, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and flower, you're the chosen one. Just kind of a lot of playful things here. I really dug this one.
Yeah. I can't believe there would be controversy on the internet about anything, Derek. That just blows my mind.
I was shocked to find that out, Kevin. Shocked.
All right, let's get into best lyric. I guess I'll keep going first. I'm going to go with one from a song called Warm Foothills, and it's a simple line. It goes, I tie my life to your balloon and let it go. And that, for me, a lot of times they get kind of kooky and weird with the lyrics, Alt J, but I liked it because it was sort of more straightforward but still very poetic. So I dug that one. Derek, what did you like lyric-wise?
Best lyric for me is coming from Pusher, and he says, are you a pusher or are you a puller? I pull the weight towards me, and I lack the zest of a lemon looking forward unless I have a woman pushing me. And this one's, he kind of draws a metaphor here in relationships, how oftentimes there's a puller and a pusher, and but they kind of attract and feed off each other. And as he said here, yeah, oftentimes off the wall, but here very straight and to the point, and kind of hard on the sleeve almost a little bit, which is kind of a rare point here throughout the album. Yeah, so that's why it kind of stood out to me.
Gotcha. All right. Moment of truth. We're going to go with overall rating. And Derek, what are you going to go with?
Kevin, I'm giving this one a 3 out of 5. I think my big takeaway here was it was very expansive, and I'm sure you're going to hear that a lot about this album. It's very diverse, structured, electronic on the intro. Track actually called Intro, to the bird chirps and woodwinds of the interlude Garden of England, to the stripped down acoustic folk pusher, which I was just mentioning before. They cover a lot of ground, and it really does so with a lot of, it doesn't feel all out of place. But at the same time, maybe it was too expansive for me. Although I really did there were a lot of really great points, moments throughout the album. So, it's a strong 3.
All right, we are going to agree, Derek. I'm also going with a 3 out of 5 for some of the same reasons. It is very expansive. For me personally, it's a little too expansive. I've always had trouble sort of sinking my teeth into alt-J, and with this sophomore album, it's happened again. I do feel like it's a lot warmer than their debut. There's these pastoral elements, vocal harmonies, some nature sounds, like you mentioned, Derek, that brings some warmness to their signature icy cold coolness. It's slightly more cohesive than their debut, but again, that's not saying much. That was very all over the place. This is very all over the place. It's not always bad, but it's not always great either. I think they got a lot of potential. I just think they haven't hit their stride yet. So, there you have it. 3 out of 5 from both Derek and I makes it a 6 out of 10 for This Is All Yours by Alt-J. But like all good music, it's all yours. You tell us what you think. Make your own opinions. And, we hope you join us next time. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And as always, I'm Kevin.
I'm Derek.
And we are last week's album, talking about good music. Cheers, guys.